Sup guys, I'm back and happy St. Patrick's Day guys, and for St. Patrick's Day I'm going to be doing my top 5 favorite NECA figures. Yeah, last video you saw me do my top 5 favorite Bandai vinyls in my collection. Today I'm going to be doing my top 5 favorite NECA figures in my collection, and the next video will be my top 5 favorite SH Monster Arts figures in my collection. So yeah, let's get this list started off with number 5. Alright guys, for number 5 we have the NECA Godzilla 1954. Yes, this figure is really cool. So at the time of this release, this was the figure that came out after the NECA 84. And yeah, we were a little worried because they were coming out with 54 and they botched up the NECA 84. So we were worried about the 54 if it was going to be good. But when we saw the promo, the first images of it, it looks really cool. And the figure for the prototype, it looked really cool. And the figure itself is no different. It looks absolutely amazing. Like, if you have this guy, there's really no need for the SS Monsters. But even though I do like the SS Monsters more, this guy is a really good alternative. The only downside is that his tail's a little and but it's whatever. The gap, it's no big deal. And yes, the tail, this is one of the first releases where the tail's a bendy wire. I'm not a big fan of that either. But yeah, that's why it's number 5, because of the bendy wire. But no bendy wire would have been, maybe we could have been a little higher. But other than that, it's a really good figure. Articulation is phenomenal. And at the price they came out at, $20, you can't beat it. Yeah, NECA is really good for their price. You know, for the figures, for the quality of their figures. They come out at a great price, which is awesome. Yeah, definitely pick this guy up if you can. Alright guys, moving on to number 4. Alright guys, here we are at number 4. And to be clear, I do not own all the NECA Godzilla figures. I am missing 2 of them. I am missing I think it's the NECA Shin Godzilla Atomic Blast version, and I'm missing the original release GMK because I never needed those 2 because I already have the SH Monster Arts Shin Godzilla with the Atomic Breath, and I have the SH Monster Arts regular GMK. So yeah, I don't need those 2 figures. But for number 4, we have the NECA Fire Godzilla. Yeah, a very new release. And it is really cool. Even though it was a Target exclusive when it came out, I don't know if it's a Target exclusive anymore. Please correct me in the comment section down below. But even with that, it's still a phenomenal figure. This figure is absolutely amazing. Like, the paint job on this guy is stunning. Sadly, it didn't come with any accessories, but he doesn't really need them, I don't think. And SH Monsters is coming out with a Burning Godzilla. I'm sorry, the Burning Godzilla. And yeah, I am getting that one, but so far, you don't really need the SH Monsters if you have this guy. But yeah, this is definitely my number 4, the Burning Godzilla from NECA, the 2019 Burning Godzilla. It's a really nice figure, and I highly recommend that you get it. Alright guys, moving on to number 3. Alright guys, here we are at number 3. We have another new release, the NECA Godzilla 1962. This figure, guys, is amazing. For the price, you can't beat it, you know. And this is my only 62 figure in my collection, and now that I have it, I feel like I don't need another one, you know, because this guy does come with a breath effect, and it's really awesome, even though it's not really, you know, accurate for this movie. But it goes into the mouth. It's really nice. It's really nice, really cool that it comes with an accessory. The articulation is awesome, and but there's one problem with this figure, and that its jaw is, I mean, there's a little gap, you know, right here, and the jaw does not like line up when you open it. That's why I display this guy with his mouth closed. But other than that, this figure is absolutely amazing. Definitely pick him up if you can find him for a good price. Yeah, he's amazing. Articulation is awesome. The detail is phenomenal. The sculpt, amazing. One of their best sculpts they've done. And yeah, definitely my number 3. Alright guys, moving on to number 2. Alright guys, here we are at number 2. We have the NECA Godzilla 1964. This figure, guys, is amazing. I really love this figure. Even though the 64, I do like the 64 design, but it's not, you know, one of my favorites. But this figure is, again, like I said, it's absolutely amazing. You know, the articulation is good. The joints are a little tight, a little stiff. You just got to use a hair dryer, heat them up, heat up the joints, they'll be fine. The head sculpt is really nice. You know, even though I do have the SH Monster Arts Emergence version 64, and I think that's a better figure than this, but you know, even though that guy's a little smaller, this guy's actually a solid 6 inches, maybe 6.5. The articulation is awesome. The breath effect is nice, even though it is the same as the Here, let me get this guy's. It's the same as the GMK Atomic Blast version. You know, it's practically the same. But this guy, you know, the beam has to go in like this, but it works. It's all right. But I didn't buy it for the beam effect. If it didn't come with the beam effect, it'd still be a pretty awesome figure. Yeah, the spine's really nicely done. The paint job is nice. I wish there was a little bit more dirt, you know, like when he was coming out of the ground in the movie. But other than that, he's a phenomenal figure, and I highly recommend him. All right, guys, moving on to number 1. All right, guys, for number 1, and you may know who it is. The NECA Godzilla 2014 24-inch long version. I absolutely love this figure. It's big. It's really nicely articulated. It's got a sound feature. And I say that this is the best Godzilla figure you can get for your money. At $60, $70, which is a really, really good deal for this guy. You can't beat it. You know, the articulation is absolutely phenomenal. I think it's the most articulated Godzilla in the NECA line. Well, the 64 is really articulated, but this guy is awesome. Even though there's problems with inserting the tail, about the sound chip being broken, even if it didn't have the sound, it'd still be an absolutely phenomenal figure. If you can find this guy for a decent price, definitely pick him up. He's so worth it, guys. Like I said, detail is incredible. Paint job, incredible. Articulation, absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, definitely, guys, pick this guy up if you have the money. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.